This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop darlingeyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Lead Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here, and we will be your hosts for this evening. So we want to tell you thank you. Thank you, those of you who have been listening in, who've been, whether you writing in, doing an email, or you comment on our social media platforms, we want to say thank you. And if you're new here, hey, how you doing? Welcome. And don't keep us to yourself. Go ahead and share us with a friend, family, or friend, and being able to get your topics heard. So if that's you and you say, hey, Angie, I don't quite agree with you and Demetrius, but I want to get my topic on the Lead Life Experience Podcast, then you want to do that by texting 833-370-1608. Put relationships without an S in the comment. So Demetrius, how you doing today?
Doing just a little honey bunch. How about yourself?
Wonderful.
Yeah, hey, everybody, how everybody doing on this podcast riding around today, listening to it or watching on YouTube? All I already say, I ain't gonna stop saying it. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Like I said, don't cost a thing. You just want to reach as many people as you can.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the share button.
And I like the comments. I like to have comments with y'all. I like to see other people.
Get some dialogue. We want to talk back.
Yeah, hey, because we ain't saying we perfect. Hey, what we say on this podcast, do not do nothing I tell you to do. It's just about my experience.
Exactly.
Get you some professional help.
Yeah. I totally agree. So Demetrius, we are going, and this is going to be another reaction video, and I felt like this was kind of be appropriate just based on the nature of what's going on, because I'm not sure if you're aware of a rapper by the name of Ronnie that passed away along with his 5-year-old daughter.
Dude in Texas, At the car wash.
At the car wash.
Yeah.
At the car wash.
Right. Uh-huh.
So, of course, you have heard about the trolling Charleston White and how his mouth is his opinion is very not filtered at all.
I heard a little bit about it.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to play this clip, and I am doing a reaction off of somebody else's reaction to this video. So shout out to, I think his name OG, where he said anyway, you will see his name on this clip. So again, I'm just running a reaction from his reaction video. And you all, I want you to hear Charleston White talk in a derogatory term. Then I'm gonna ask Demetrius about his take on why would somebody grown. Charleston White is in his 40s. Why would you be speaking on somebody's child like that? All right, let's go. Demetrius, I'm just trying to pull it up.
Do your thing on a bunch. Yeah, but what you doing? I heard a little bit about that situation and stuff. I heard for a grown man that didn't sound good.
Yeah.
And you got kids look up to you. You supposed to be a role model to younger kids. But I like him. We talk, I like he be right on a lot of stuff he's saying now. He be right on. But me and him got disconnect when it comes with death for people. I got a line like a Bruce Lee movie I heard. I got a point that I won't go beyond. I ain't been across that point. He take it there. I ain't going there.
Yeah.
And I always told when people talk like that, man, like the death script. That's what I was always told. When you start talking no crazy talk like that, that's what I was told from the older people, like the people like older. Boy, you death script. They say it all the time. Because I changed. I thought about that thing. They tell me because I wasn't talking about it. I was doing weird things with cars and motorcycles. I got rid of them kind of things. Got that out of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you start talking bad about people like that, man, that stuff come back on you. You saying, well, I was so say, you can't say nothing good about somebody, don't say nothing at all, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fact.
That's a fact.
So that's right, honey bun.
Like I said, I'm just so. Mm-mm. I'm just so. I'm taken back about it. I'm taken back by it because you just never know. You never know like what's happening
And it's thought process that because as a child, people make mistakes and do bad things. I understand that, but you just don't wish it on nobody. I mean, say things like that, and that boy and that girl got a mama and daddy. He got kids. You just don't do stuff like that. I don't know why. I know he want clout or what he want. I want to get views too, man, but I don't want to like that.
Yeah.
I want to help people. I thought he want to help people. I don't want to just kind of like he dismembering people, man. Like tell them limb for limb, man.
Yeah, I was just trying to get the clip so I can be ready to
You should have that thing ready for you pull it start the part.
Yeah, I did, but I had
people
so
many. They gonna chew you out.
Yeah, I had the screen. I had too many windows up, so that's why. But now I'm ready.
Hey, y'all go.
Let's go to Safari. Share. Can you hear Demetri?
A little bit. You can allow to go.
Baby. Little Ronnie. You died, the baby died because his daddy been out here robbing gambling games. Don't tell the truth why that died. They ain't just killed that. They been running off with domestics. They been running off with domestics. They rapping about it. Yeah, you nigga. They been seeing that film. Ain't nobody done nothing yet. They mother take pictures with me when they see me. yeah. Take pictures when they see me, mother. You talking about ain't nobody gonna do a mother thing. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing but get mad, get their mother on the internet and make posts. Ain't nobody gonna bother me. Not in Fort Worth, Texas. I put my right hand to God. Ain't a mother gonna say a mother thing to me in Fort Worth, Texas. Not one mother person. Don't nobody want this smoke, cause not only do I shoot and do all that shit, I keep it on me. I just beat two Aggies South Georgia. I beat another one a year before that. Yeah, I keep beating these motherfuckers Georgia, putting this gun on you. I bet won't nobody say nothing to me.
Okay. We have heard enough.
Yeah.
Thank you, OG Jericho. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Thank you for allowing me to use your video. I appreciate you. Shout out to you doing your thing on Podcast Land.
Everybody heard it. It's kind of low. I know when you do that thing, it's something you're doing. We had to figure out what it is when you do something like that. When you play it, why it comes so low, we got to be loud like that.
It probably might be because we got earphones on too.
Nah, might be. But yeah, man, you heard what he say, didn't you?
Yeah.
He bragging about it, man. Nobody gonna mess with him. I'll tell you, man, like a man to me. Like a man like me, like he death struck me, cool. Like he fighting. He fighting violence to him. Oh no.
I'm just gonna say, first of all, and we should have started off like this, but Demetrius make sure in the editing let them know, let them write it in. We do not condone violence at all. At all. We not affiliate with no gangs, none of that. We're not with it.
That's right.
I want to play this video just because Charleston White is always a hot topic. But I felt that in the heat of things, if you are one of these people and you have no kind of, you have the disrespect and you don't care about nothing and nobody, one on his Say Cheese video on the interview, he was talking in a more filtered, soft kitten way. On the Say Cheese video, he was talking about his the work that he's done in the community, and he was getting his homage to killing that child. But he got upset with this here reaction that he's doing is he got upset with because the baby mamas, the little girl mama, said something to him and she didn't like the video, and he went off. And that's his retaliation against her, saying if the baby, nobody's not gonna bother him, he be pecking, and the list go on and on. I'm sending my condolences, to Lil Ronnie's family and the baby's mama, because I'm sure she's hurting both ways. This is your child, and this is also the father of your child. And I know that even on social media, people are looking at her in a judgmental way. I'm just repeating off from what I have read, what's in the comment, and people are kind of looking at her like, hey, you just lost a child and you're not even grieving. But you all know we all grieve in a different way. Some of us grieve in a way that we feel like it's appropriate to us. But again, a lot of people dislike the way people grieving. Some people think you ought to be shut up in the house, kind of having a nervous breakdown with a box of Kleenexes. And that's what they think. They don't want to see you out here jumping around, drinking, laughing, doing lives, cussing. They don't want to see that. And especially if you're talking about having empathy/sympathy for you. They're not going to have no sympathy for you if you turning up. They feel like, wow, I feel worse than what she really feeling, and that's her child. But I'm sure they don't know, Demetrius, the behind the scene.
Oh yeah, when the camera go off.
When the camera go off.
Yeah.
Charleston White had said some things, several, years ago, a year or so ago, or 2 years ago, about Shador Sanders, and everybody know I'm a Coach Sanders fan, and he was like, I was in character because everybody, ate him up. Why would you want to take down another black person if you supposed to be so pro-black? That's the only thing that I have with people who be pro-black, that you or tell somebody else black that look just like you. If you feel like all that hate is in the world, why would you want to add to it?
That's right, honey bun.
I want to be the change that I want to see. That if everybody else acting belligerent, then guess what? When I come, I don't need to act belligerent just because everybody else acting belligerent in the crowd. I should be the change that I want to see. If I know that I'm trying to be out here and I want to hold myself to a certain standard, then, and I'm saying it because when I had my girls group, I tried my best to not let those young ladies see me smoking. Well, I didn't smoke no way, but smoking, drinking, turning up, getting loud, and my friends at the time, their daughters was in the group, and it was kind of like a double-edged sword because, when we all get together and I'm laughing, I'm talking, or I'm dancing, they were able to see that part of Angie, where in the group, I was the facilitator of the group, so, I was just straight serious. But it cost me in the long run because, again, those people seeing you, they feel like they can take advantage of you. They can tank your group. Because they see a wild Angie, a laughing Angie, a none so serious Angie, and then you going around these other people, they feel like you fake. They don't realize, like, hey, in the group, I have to be a certain way. I have to conduct myself. I am the leader of y'all, of you all, the young ladies. I have to hold myself in a more dignified way. Nobody's going to trust me with they girls, Demetrius, if I'm out here turning up, I'm drinking and I'm smoking, I'm being all wild. Nobody's going to.
That's right.
Who gonna look at me and say she a role model? How?
I wouldn't take you serious with my child.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying about Charleston. He said that when he had the bow tie and was doing all these things in the community, that Demetrius, he, was able to kind of clean himself up, but he didn't get the notoriety that he's getting now, that he took off the suit, he took off the bow tie, he started talking and, going crazy. He said, and that's what he got known for. He said when he was out there doing things and impacting the life, he's like, people they don't want to hear that. But he was doing a good thing, but he didn't get the recognition that he thought he deserved. But when he, is going ham, that everybody clicking on it, everybody want to hear what he has to say because they like their tauntiness, they like the trolling, they like hearing him, talk derogatory to people.
Yeah.
So what is your advice, or what is your takeaway? I'm not gonna say advice, but
Yeah.
what's your opinion of Demetri that and Charleston White do have a point that when I had the girls group and I was doing all these amazing things with them and everybody enjoyed and liked what I did, but then Demetri, some of the church people didn't, they didn't approve of me wanting me to talk to the girls about sex. Sex is number one in the middle school. That was running number one of the reason why kids was, grades was failing, homes being displaced. So if I wasn't going to talk to them about it, where were they going to get that information from? So again, people don't want to hear the stuff that help move the needle forward. But as long as you out here being, belligerent and acting crazy, and I'm saying, even from my hometown, it used to be somebody who would go and back when they had those pages, I can't even think of that page now. You remember the page they used to have a Facebook group? Not. I think it used to be like a Duke TV or something.
Yeah, Duke TV. What it was.
Yeah, yeah. Like, but everybody, I don't think that's the name of that. I don't think that's the name of the that particular one that talked about people, and they'll just come up with and be airing out everybody on that particular page, that Facebook group. They get to talking about somebody and they didn't care. And I mean, long as it was raunchy, the group got a lot of attention and a lot of buzz. But then you got some churches out here that's doing some amazing things, and of course nobody don't want to hear that. So what's your takeaway or your feedback or your opinion on why do everybody like controversy and like the drama over the truth? The things out here that's really impactful to life.
I feel like first thing that dude gonna ball into that lifestyle talking, you get to talking like that and you buy into it. He came out that style with helping people. He coming a gangster himself. His mind convinced me he a gangster. He talking like one. But he ain't a gangster. But it's some boys out there about that life, they'll pull up on him and try him with his going. And hell, everybody kind of going on, but I got one, but I ain't trying to hurt nobody with it. But you got some people got one, they want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt nobody. So you talking all that smack like that, them boys will pull up on you. And the way he going on, like he's saying, I had a little respect for him because he do have some good points or something. But we started talking about people dying, talking about that man get it, son, about 2 weeks ago. But that man, you remember that? Yeah, you can't do that, man. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. You got the right to say what you want, what you think you said you want to say. But man, sometimes that come back and haunt you, Charles. I know you probably saying who the hell I am, but I can tell you one thing.
We don't want to smoke, Charles.
No, don't want no smoke from it. But I got a cutoff. I'm not going with nobody because they ain't been mess my blessing. Pick me in a situation. You somewhere, might put your family in a situation. You got old crazy people that you talking like that. And them boy did that to that boy. They got more friends around there somewhere. I know somebody. Because you packing, you got to put your guard down somewhere, man. So I just wish Charleston wouldn't do stuff like that, man. I hate when he do that. I really do, man. He was doing Nipsey Hussle like that. And people, God darn, man. It's like he get a thrill out. Somebody tell me you better not do it. And he want to do it. You gonna show him. You gonna tell him what to do. I'm gonna show you. And people gonna try me, but I say, yeah, you want me to show you, but I ain't gonna show you nothing. Yeah, I do the opposite way. But he come out, and he probably saying he had a video. That's why you can't beat me. You can't do what I do. I don't want to do that, Angel. That's bad, man. That boy got a mama, Then the girl, like you talking about that girl, that's her daughter. She getting off that live. What girl probably crying all night by herself now. But everybody leave, cause you around other people, that make you feel like, but they got to leave you alone. So I wouldn't win at that child like that. And I don't care what that girl say to me. She couldn't make me say nothing about her and that boy, her baby daddy. I don't care about nobody. Whoever died or something, I'm not going to say nothing about no dead people. I'm not going to say nothing bad about them. Because they already gone. Between them and God. That's how Charleston, but he got to put the ice light. It's almost like they gone. He got to put some ice and some whipped cream on top of it. And I don't like that. Really, I don't like talking about it. But we doing the reaction about it. I just can't understand a man, age he is, representing your own boy, and he gonna get in trouble. It's like you wanna tell your own boy what I'm saying now. You see how that happen? Don't be like that. You pray for that man and his daughter. I don't care, but he don't want that no more. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you now, like he gonna ball into that gangster life. They keep telling him, I got going. Ain't nobody going. Like you just dare somebody. Anybody know you dare somebody gonna try it. And I'm like he wanna kill somebody. Hold on, I'm gonna use that word. I don't think. Like he wanna hurt somebody or something. No, man. I just don't like the honey bunch. That's a bad way to be. Showing yourself, and you got kids and a wife, mama. I couldn't. This bad. I'm trying to watch what I say, because I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I just disgusting what he did. And I take this in too, but about a situation. You say he said the boy was a robber. What he said on the thing, he did some robbing. Yeah. But I don't care what the boy did. He didn't deserve to be dead. And the girl ain't supposed to be dead. I mean, you can't take nobody's life, because, people gonna do a lot of bad things, but you ain't got the right to take nobody's life. I don't either, but somebody might take mine. But I ain't, I'm just saying to be condoning that, like he's supposed to. Nah, I ain't gonna go along with that. He should have. I'm like he's saying, what you thought it was gonna happen? I know what he's saying, but I wouldn't say it like that. It's just what life you live, man. What come out of that? You had back on the bunch. I don't know, but that thing, that's a rough. We told a little baby like that. That's what got me told about that.
Yeah, it got me stuttering. I really, for Charleston White, I do not like, and I know you don't pay me for my opinion. And a lot of people, I try to avoid things like that that's confrontational. And I don't think, I have always heard, and my mother-in-law said a lot of times, you get more bees with honey than lemon. You get more bees. So I feel like if you trying to move in that direction and you really trying to impact the youth, and one thing about Charleston, when you were not done by not from a long shot, you know what you know because you put in the work. And I can relate to you being a community advocate, activist, because I was out there in the gridiron too. So I saw the kids. I seen, where the poor performance. I seen where they was, what they was getting from home life, and then when they went out to the street. So I can relate to you with that. And they need more of us out there on the street to be able to be impactful. But nobody is gonna put their life and their safety on the line for kids who gonna be all erratic and and uncontrolled. Nobody's gonna do that. Not get a headache and you trying to do what's right. But Charleston, I really feel that when you are going below the belt, I heard you in that Say Cheese interview, and you saying that it's no such thing as your mom and your kids off limits. And, it used to be, but that ain't never been no gang law or whatever. But it should be. It should be. I know with the way society has everything now, it should be. Why should my mom have to pay the price for something that I'm out here doing and I'm the one doing it? Why should my husband have to pay? Why should my son have to pay for something? If I'm the one living a reckless life, why should they have to pay? But you do.
Yeah.
A lot of people in graves right now. It was a former it's a guy, and this was like most of a woman did this part though. It's a guy who he dead right now because it was for his brother. You remember that, Demetrius?
Yeah.
It was for his brother. That death was for his brother. And the dude was 17 years old that committed the crime.
Sure did.
17. And it was a mistaken identity. Just for getting out of work, going home? That's the part that Demetrius that I cringe about. I cringe when I see selfless act of violence. I was out there on the line, and I did community work for that one, of being part of the Tracy Jackson Foundation. I was out there on the gridiron. I was walking. I went to the library. I did the research of every domestic violence thing that killing that happened in my hometown. I went and printed it out and got it all organized, only to have it hit me right at my front door. Only. And I couldn't understand. I asked God, why would you do this? You know, I'm trying to make a difference. And it had everything that I was standing up against, now it's at my front door. So I know I loved my parent. So it's easy to say when you on the opposite side, hey, yes, you know, they can go to jail and spend the rest of their life in jail. Yeah, do this, do that. But when it hits your front door, do you have that same kind of energy? And I'm going to tell you, you don't. You don't. Because you got love there. You don't want to see your child. You don't want to see none of your loved ones behind bars. And those of you who are weak cowards that you want to go and take somebody else's life, and you feel that you don't want to pay the consequences, or you don't owe them an apology or nothing, that's terrible. Like I said, I had a family member, and don't think now, not one time that I didn't remind them. Somebody had to pull me to a side and like, Angie, you can't keep bringing it up every time you see them. They have to live with it. I'm speaking from the family point of view, that what it's like when they do a crime. And I'm just telling you, those of you, if you thinking of committing a crime, then I'm telling you, you taking your family down with you. If you are the persecutor, if you the one doing it, and if you the one is on the other end of the victim side, it hurts both ways. It's no winner. The people, the young lady who picked that guy up, who was driving those guys who did it, how did you not think you was gonna get caught? And y'all in your early 20s, Demetrius. They in their early 20s.
Oh, that a girl driving?
They had a girl driving.
Oh, I ain't know that, Sam. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think that all these cameras, everybody try that.
At a car wash, Demetrius.
Yeah. Cameras all over the car wash.
No. Tell them about the time that you had a dent, a breaking, your window mirror was broke, and get what first thing that man did when you went back to the car wash. Ran the camera back.
Oh yeah, he put the camera.
He ran the camera back.
Yeah.
He was like, oh no, and when he slowed the camera down and he showed Demetrius, it was already broke when you brought it here.
Yeah.
It was already damaged.
Talking on my outlet, it was already broke.
The point is that I'm saying with Demetrius, that's why they have cameras there, to protect them of what's going on. Because if they ain't had no camera, you would have swore up and down they one who broke your mirror.
Oh, I thought they did too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. How do you all think this day and time that people don't have surveillance? I really don't understand. Like, why are you all getting up every day and you thinking that you're gonna go and commit a crime in public and nobody's gonna see you? No cameras there. Now, the unsolved mysteries, now I can see, and some of y'all shouldn't be able to rest at night, as well, that done got away. But for those of
you ain't never free. When technology come out, they'll track you now.
But that's what Demetrius, I'm saying for the ones who already have gotten away with it.
No, they ain't got away with it. That's what I'm saying. When the new technology come out, they're gonna track them down. It might be a new blood test. Right now they're doing DNA. It could be some, right now they would do DNA, and what thing they do? The ancestry. Mm-hmm. Already going to like people that maybe you don't even know them. They kin to you, and they track them down that way. It's coming. You ain't free. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, those of you, if you listening to this podcast, and if you are a Charleston White, if you have that kind of demeanor, I'm just asking you to please be mindful of the things that you're doing, that or if you want to be one of the perpetrators to the Lil Ronnies and the perpetrators to King Von, the perpetrator to who else, a rapper that
Biggie, Tupac. Man,
yeah,
you got out,
Big
yeah.
Tupac. It's another rapper, I can't think his name. Oh, XXX,
Yeah.
yeah. Why? I'm just only saying that if you want things that bad, like, just why? Who the other one? Young Dolph. Why?
And he walk you right down. Everybody do it, walk him right down.
Nipsey Hussle.
Good.
Why? Like I said, I don't even listen to rap music like that. But when I see people that's doing good in the community, yes.
Yeah.
Let's hit on back. Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King. Why? Just what is the purpose that when you are out here and you doing, and I'm not saying that, these rappers were doing good things, not everybody. But when you know that you're trying